got good news for both of these players, Spurs fans.
Go, Spurs, go, 'cause the Giants stay.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports, TGIF. We got some news yesterday, and I got to talk about it because what many of us have been asking for to happen has finally happened. From Pounding the Rock, the Spurs announced they have assigned Carter Bryant to their Austin G League affiliate, of course the Austin Spurs. The 14th pick in the 2025 draft will be available for the game against the South Bay Lakers on Friday, as in tonight. Carter Bryant, who's 20, was selected in the first round by the Spurs despite not playing a starring role in his sole season in Arizona. Jeremy Sochan was very similar, was he not? Coming off the bench for Baylor, I think it was. The young wing was expected to be a worthwhile project due to his athletic tools and positional size at the wing. Somewhat surprisingly, he found himself on the edges of the rotation for stretches as a rookie despite lacking polish, especially on the offensive end. But he only averaged a shade over 7 minutes per game. In his limited playing time, he struggled to shoot with any efficiency and couldn't make up for it on the other end, as in the defensive end, with the Spurs routinely getting outscored with him on the court. Despite not producing at the NBA level, Bryant remains an intriguing prospect who could really benefit from some seasoning in the G League, standing at 6'6", actually I think he's 6'6.5" at the combine, so don't be shortchanging him pounding the rock. He's a half inch taller, and half inch can make a difference. At 6'6.5", with a 6'11" wingspan and a high motor, he projects to be a plus defender. Spurs fans, I am personally happy to see this news. Carter has been struggling quite a bit, especially lately. I believe right now he's officially missed 4 dunks in a row, with his last dunk taken away because of basket interference. You look at his games to date, he's played almost 30 games, a little over 7 minutes, at 7.5 minutes, 2 points, a rebound and a half, and his shooting splits are 32, 26, 75. He's struggling on both ends of the court. I think this is the best thing for him. How long will he be down there? How long do you think he should be down there? I'm guessing at least 5 games, maybe 10. Who knows? Maybe even longer. It will certainly develop on how well he develops with the Austin Spurs. Now, what does this all mean for Jeremy Sochan? What am I talking about? What's up with the thumbnail? Now is the time. TSR, what are you talking about? Well, first let's talk about Jeremy Sochan's stats for the season. He's played in 23 games, just under 15 minutes, about 5 points, 3 boards, and his shooting splits are right around 50. I know it's just under 50, but I'm gonna round up for him. 29 and 69. But a big glaring stat right here is the minutes per game. About 15-ish. With Carter Bryant gone, that's going to open up about 8 minutes a game. I know it's some days were higher, some were lower, but in the end, I think this should mean with Carter and Austin, Jeremy should get at least about 20 minutes per game. And my hope from Carter Bryant going to Austin and with Jeremy is my hope, I sincerely hope, Carter develops into the player that we think he can be while in Austin. He's not a bust. Some of you guys are already saying Carter Bryant's a bust, TSR, or I told you he stinks, blah, blah, blah. He's a rookie. Give him a chance. Next year, if he's playing like this, I'm going to have a hard time defending him, but I'm probably going to say, you know what? He's still young. Let's see how things play out. In year 3, if he's still playing like it, okay, you guys got me. He's a bust. He stinks, okay? But right now, let him develop. Not every NBA player becomes an all-star in year 1, like David Robinson, like Tim Duncan. We've been a little spoiled with our guys coming right out of the gates on fire and being Hall of Fame players. But David was 24 and was in the Naval Academy for, 6 years and played 4 years of basketball there. Timmy played, 3 or 4 years of college? Can't remember. I should know, but I don't. These guys were seasoned. Manu was 26. Now, I know Tony Parker was 19. I get that. He's also a Hall of Famer. Let's not compare our young player to two former Spurs that are Hall of Famers. As far as Jeremy, he's number 2. My hope for Jeremy Sochan. Most importantly, he stays healthy. And I truly hope he plays his best basketball ever. Either proving he belongs a Spur, or at worst, increases his trade value if the Spurs do plan on moving on from him either at the All-Star break. Well, I guess it would be at the All-Star break because after the year, he would be a free agent if the Spurs didn't re-sign him. So, Jeremy, I'm rooting for you. Spurs give Jeremy the proper... number 3 is Spurs giving Jeremy the proper opportunity by playing him at forward. I don't want to see point Sochan. I don't want to see center Sochan. I don't want to see any kind of coach Sochan. I don't want to see Jeremy out of position. Give him a chance to succeed. Play him at forward. Whether it's at the 3, at the 4, I know some of you disagree. He shouldn't be at the 3 or 4. Well, he sure as heck shouldn't be at the 1 or 5. So play him at forward. Give him a chance to do his best with our Spurs. And I know Jeremy has its detractors. Believe it or not, I'm actually not one of them. I did a WWF theme song for Jeremy called Sowing the Destroyer. I'm rooting for him. There's a lot of things to root for Jeremy. He's still young. It's not like he's 29 and he's been in the league for a decade and he's never going to get better. He's still young, and we have seen the three-point hitch go away. His three-point shooting, of course, has been inconsistent this year, like most of the team. My God, our guys can't hit three-pointers to save their lives right now. He's a former 9th overall pick. Literally the last man standing from the Spurs 2022 draft, with both Malachi Branham and Blake Wesley being gone. Personally, I don't want to look at that time frame of 21 and 22 to be a total bust, because I'm sorry I'm going to say the name, Josh Primo plus Joe Wieskamp in 2021. And so far, most of 2022 is... Actually, can't remember if we took somebody in the second round in 2022. We took 3 first-rounders. I can't imagine we did. If he did, he's probably gone at this point. My point is, Jeremy's the last guy from those 2 drafts. It'd be nice if your draft picks hit and you just don't totally whiff 2 years in a row. I know we've had a lot of luck since then with Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper, but it'd be nice if we had some success with the 2022 draft as well. He's also, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of you guys are good with analytics and stats. Is Jeremy still not one of our top 3 defenders on the team? Right there with Wemby and Castle? I can't think who else who might be ahead of him. I can't think about Champagny, maybe? I know he's been okay defensively this year, or average, maybe a little above average, maybe I don't know, but I think Jeremy's still there, so let me know in the comments. And other things Jeremy brings to the team. Does that little bit of trash talking. He gets under the other team's skin a little bit. I like that. You saw what he did with, who's that knucklehead? Jared Vanderbilt? The Lakers game, at the end of the game, I don't know what happened there. Vanderbilt pushed him. And, you just need guys that will throw the other team off a little bit and doing a little bit of trash talk. And you know what? And last but not least, you guys have talked about this too on the channel. We need players that will defend their teammates. Jeremy will do that. Specifically, how about Wemby? Wemby's getting knocked around a lot, and a lot of you think cheap shots are being taken at him. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Jeremy will stand up for his teammates. Not everybody will do that, but he's one of those guys that will. And he's got a lot of things I like about his game. He's got things that he clearly needs to work on. Offensively, he can't be getting the ball in the paint and then sitting there. Stop. Make a decision. Pass it out or dunk it. We know he can dunk. We've seen it. So there's things he needs to work on in his game. Hopefully he can work those out with maybe some more playing time, and I really hope he does it. Jeremy, I'm rooting for you. Like the title of the video, now is the time. The guy who was taking some of your minutes is going to the developmental league. Jeez. Jeremy, it's time to put up or shut up. So I'll be rooting for you. That's all I got, Spurs fans. Your thoughts on Carter going to the Austin Spurs? Do you think this opens more time for Jeremy Sochan? And do you think he'll succeed? Or is he on his last minutes as a San Antonio Spur? Let me know in the comments. I'm very interested on the thoughts on this from you guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like to support the channel, and subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs community. Have a great Friday. Thank you, and as always, go Spurs go.